Hi, this is Guy Techie, and today I'm going to show you how to install Windows 10, the technical preview, on a virtual machine, VirtualBox to be exact. First thing you want to do is go to preview.windows.com. That would bring you to this website here, and go ahead and sign in and download the ISO files for the tech preview. Now, they're going to give you a warning that this is just for experts and all that stuff. This is why we're installing it on the virtual machine, so we don't actually have to install it on a real machine if you don't have a test box to play around with. Not a good idea to install it on the machine that you're actually working on or using it for play or work or anything else. Uh, if you haven't already, you should definitely download and install VirtualBox, which is a free virtual machine product. Now, you do need to have a relatively hefty machine for a good experience. I'm running a Core i7 4770, which is quad core, but it does have hyper threading, so I have a total of 8 cores. I got 16 gigs of RAM, so I can go pretty hog wild with the RAM on the virtual machine. If you don't, you might want to scale down some of the configuration that I'm going to choose. Now, once you download the ISO files, as I have here, you'd want to run the VirtualBox. We're going to create a new virtual machine. And the tech preview is actually based off of Windows 8.1. So we'll just choose that. I find that 4 gigs of RAM for 64-bit test machine is fine enough. We're going to go ahead and create a new hard drive, a virtual hard drive. I'm going to skip to this. We're going to go ahead and let it dynamically and 60 gigs. 25 is just not big enough. Now we definitely need to change settings here. For one, let's see. We want to have a minimum of 2 processors because I already played around with it with one and it's just way too slow. And everything else seems fine. My processor does have the VTX for virtual machine performance acceleration. Everything else here seems fine too. Let's see if this one. We'll go ahead and just enable that. Hopefully that would help us with the video driver. I had an issue before. Now you want to go to storage and go ahead and select the ISO file you just downloaded. I'm going to choose 64-bit because my machine can handle it. If yours can't, you might want to choose a 32-bit. Also, if you don't have enough memory, you'd probably want to choose a 32-bit so you can adjust the memory down to like 2 gigs. And everything else here is fine. I'm going to choose a bridge adapter, and the reason why is it's going to act more like a physical machine connecting on your network versus a machine going through your computer to go through the network. With all said and done, we'll just start it. And it's going to go ahead and boot. Now, there are places where it's going to take a while, for the process, and those parts I'll probably cut. So don't fret if it takes a while. I've seen there are times where it takes up to 5 minutes for your system to respond. Go ahead and switch this to full screen. Everything here looks good. I'm going to hit next. Install now. This is the license terms. It's a pre-release software. You can read through it if you want. I'm just going to go ahead and accept it. And I'm going to hit next. We're going to do a custom install. Since this is a brand new drive according to the Windows installer, which it is, we're just going to select it and just hit next. It's going to automatically do all the partitioning for you. So this is where having dual core processors helped a lot in performance. It was going much slower when I first did this with just a single core. It's still going to be time consuming, so I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead. So the installation is partially done now. We're up to the point where it's asking for settings. So we'll just go ahead and click on Use Express Settings for now, just to speed this up. And now it's going to ask you to sign in with your Microsoft account. If you don't have one, you can create a new one. Or if you don't want to use one, click on Create a New Account. Now you can create one, or you can sign in without a Microsoft account. That's basically using the local account just like you always did with the previous versions of Windows. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to put in any passwords, but you can definitely do that if you want. Now this is the new Windows 10 desktop. Again, this is just a technical preview, so what it looks like they did was just built on top of Windows 8.1. So this is their website to thank us for downloading the technical preview. So here's the infamous start menu everyone was calling for. It's not exactly like the old Windows 7 menu. A lot of these Windows applications kind of dominate the apps area here, all apps. And then your normal apps also kind of gets mixed in here as well. Thank you for watching this video. If it was helpful, please hit the like button. Please subscribe for more videos like this. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments.